Imagine your friend with benefits coming to you saying, I'm pregnant, and telling you it's your baby when she doesn't really know whose baby it is. Because that's the arrangement, right? She's sleeping with multiple dudes. She thinks it might be yours, but you don't know and she don't know. But somebody's got to pay for that baby. The bottom line is you're sleeping with multiple people. So you're not just sleeping with her. You're sleeping with the dudes that she's sleeping with, and vice versa. She's sleeping with the women that you're sleeping with. So chances of contracting some kind of disease goes up exponentially. Hey, what is up? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Chang.
And today we're going to talk about the dating culture in the Philippines.
But before we do, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get updated on our latest videos.
You always jump in and do that. All right, you know what to do. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Chang, kick the intro. Going by trike. Here we go. So in today's video, we wanted to talk about 3 different kinds of dating that are pretty common here in the Philippines. The first one being recreational dating, where people just date around. They just date to have fun and go out and have fun and enjoy each other. And then
the next one is like exclusive dating, where you are vetting for someone and then you date for long-term commitment and you end up marrying each other. So that's
you have to get married?
Eventually, but not really. But eventually you start vetting, then you're exclusively, you're just hers and you're his.
Okay, so you're dating to be exclusive.
Yes, to be exclusive.
Fair enough. And then the third kind is something that we're kind of going to focus on a little bit today, which is friends with benefits. Right? So, what's friends with benefits? How would you define friends with benefits?
Friends with benefits is like having a relationship without the exclusivity and with all the things that you do in a relationship. Without exclusivity, without the drama, without, the commitment part. So that's what I think friends would benefit. Like there's some kind of exclusivity in it because, you have to the intimacy part is like a big thing. Like when you have multiple partners in terms of doing the deed, you know what I mean? So it's like kind of an issue if you have like multiple partners. So let's talk more about that.
So our focus in this video is going to be more about friends with benefits.
So I think it's cool that you want to, when you have someone that you want to hang out with, hey, Rich, let's go to the movies together without, having the expectation of, picking me up or going to the movies and then, opening the door for me. So we're just like...
I'll still open the door for you.
Oh, thank you. But anyways... you know what I mean? Like, it's like going on a casual, friend thing.
I mean, at home, I think that's definitely a thing. A lot of people would be with that. I wonder how well that would work here in the Philippines.
I don't think it will work good for most Filipinas. So if I will just say that, I'm okay with being friends with you, but there's like an ulterior motive to it. So like, for example, I want to be just friends with you. We're cool with that. But I have like a long-term plan that, I want to work this with you, just friends for now. But eventually I want to work to be in...
You're going to change my mind.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I think that happens a lot, actually, where it could be either. It's not just the woman, but it could be the man too. But I think you think it's usually the woman?
I don't know, but it's usually the woman because when a woman grows feelings to a person,
they have feelings too.
I know, right? But when you start when a man starts to give attention to a woman, like for example, you constantly chat me, you constantly where you at, do the check-ins or have you eaten? Because that's a regular thing here in the Philippines.
I know you're not talking about me. Doing some check-ins.
Yeah, I know. Just like normal, like average Filipinos or most Filipinos, they do check-ins. They do like, have you eaten? Where are you at? So something like that. So showing that you care for that person, you will eventually grow feelings for that person.
Right. Look, I mean, there's truth to that. You start, you start spending time with each other, and especially if if you're doing the oogie boogie and the 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 chitty
Uchi coochie.
the uchi coochie, the chitty chitty bang bang or whatever. The feelings grow. It might start off being friends with benefits, but it can quickly evolve into something. And the bad thing is that if it only does that for one person instead of both people.
Yeah, so it would really suck because the other person has this mindset that, oh, we're just friends, so I can like look somewhere else for a commitment unless you really talked about it.
Right.
So we're friends with benefits, but we're exclusively seeing each other doing intimate things together, because I think that's a really important thing that needs to be discussed with you too.
I agree with that. I think you definitely would have to sit down and kind of have a come to Jesus talk about what's really going on, and just both people be really, really honest with each other, and talk about what the expectations are, and kind of draw the lines and some boundaries and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so the other thing you mentioned that, but I think the other thing is the other thing that could kind of go wrong. One person says, "Hey, we're not exclusive. I can look around and I can, be looking around and find somebody else." And then they find somebody else.
Yes. And then they will drop that person because they already find someone else. And then, that person eventually, that would suck, eventually grow feelings for that person. Then, you already talked about it from the start that you're not going to be in a relationship, but growing feelings is inevitable.
Right.
You can't control how you feel eventually.
I would put that in the relationship contract. I think I would say, look, when we sit down and have our talk, I would say, look, if you meet somebody else, just let me know. Holler at me, let me know what's going on. And, don't just ghost me though.
Yes, just inform.
After all we've been through.
After all we've done.
Yeah, right. But that's what. But I mean, there's a likelihood that could happen, and that hurts, especially because you might have gone on vacations together, you might have gone places together, traveled together,
you created memories together.
You got pictures and all of that, right?
I know, right?
And then suddenly you're just gonna be gone, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the other things that could happen that could kind of go wrong.
It does, and it will suck. I know it would suck for both parties, but I think it would be very important that you talk about what are your boundaries. I agree to what you said earlier. So you have to set some boundaries. Like, for example, the intimacy part, we should only do it exclusively. We can search somewhere else, but whenever you feel the need to do the intimacy part with that person, you have to let me know, because safety is always a concern for both of you.
Now, while I agree with you, do you really think the other person, do you think the partner is going to say, hey, by the way, I'm thinking about having sex with somebody else?
No. It's not like that. But, just give her a heads up that, we might take our relationship to another level. So I think I would like to go out of this, friends with benefits thing with you.
Maybe I met somebody else that I want to start seeing a little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah. So something. Just communicate, right?
Yes.
You got to communicate. It might hurt a little bit, but still, the communication is really important.
I agree.
How would you go about starting a friend with benefits relationship? I think first and foremost, you have to talk. I mean, you really have to have sit down and say, and I like you, you like me. But then that's where you have to be honest, because you need to make sure that you're on the same page, right? If she's thinking about getting married and you're just thinking about doing the oochie coochie, then that's not going to work, and somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. So this is where you need to say, hey, I'm kind of down for friends with benefits. How do you feel about that? And she says,
no. Then no.
Then it's no, right? And you keep it pushing.
Yeah.
But if she says,
let's go, let's do it. I'm giggling because I'm reminiscing the exact part where Justin Timberlake and then Mila Kunis had this same movie, Friends with Benefits, and then they were sitting on a couch, and then they were just randomly talking about, I like you and you like me. We both want to do the uchi coochie together. You have a good body, maybe we could do it without the relationship part. We don't want the drama, but you know what they did? They like swore on top of the.
I remember the movie. Actually, I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake's my dude.
I know, he's my dude too.
That's my dude,
I
right?
know, right?
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you have to have a talk. You really have to have a talk and make sure you're both on the same page, so people don't end up getting hurt. Because I mean, that could potentially ruin a good relationship.
Yes.
Right.
And I think one of the best things that, one of the good things that will come up with friends with benefits is that you have a companion wherever you go. Like, for example, you want to go somewhere and you want someone to tag along. Of course, you want to go to this beautiful place with someone who you get along with. You get to enjoy their company, so you get to enjoy the scenery together.
Get a travel buddy.
Yeah, your travel buddy, they're your drinking buddy, your whatever buddy. So like, hey, I need someone. I need to go to this X, Y, and Z. Can you come with me? You're not really in a relationship, so if the person is available, you can always tag along. So I need a companion for X, Y, and Z. Can you tag along with me? Something like that. But you don't have to explain to your friends, who's that? Oh, this is just my friend. So something like that. You don't have to put labels into your relationship because he's just your friend or she's just your friend.
But what would you say though, when your girlfriends ask, like, who's
oh, this is my friend. This is my dude right here.
Legit question. Legit question. You're at a wedding. You're with your friends with benefits, and you introduce me as your friend, right? As your friend. And one of your girlfriends was like, "Oh, word? Can you hook me up? You guys are just friends? Can you hook me up?"
I will kind of have like hesitations because that's the part where I see it for girls. I don't think this is really a good idea for girls.
But you didn't sell it because instantly the jealous thing is going to kick in.
Yes,
right?
because whether you like it or not, whether he's just a friend or not, the jealousy thing will still be there.
Right. He's like, no, hell no.
No, he's like mine. He's like, why are you taking him away from me?
Right. That's my pipe. Sorry. I didn't So while having a friends with benefits relationship works temporarily, the downside is that almost inevitably it's going to come to an end.
I agree. So it's either the girl or the boy will catch feelings for you or
they're going to catch feelings for somebody else. After a while, they're going to decide, hey, this is pretty cool. I want this long term. Or whatever situation they were in when you first got together, it's over and they've moved on past that and they're ready for the next step.
So there's just like a small percentage that it would lead to a relationship rather than a committed relationship rather than a friends with benefits relationship. But most of the time, it doesn't end really good.
Most of the time, it does not.
Yeah.
It literally is a temporary thing.
Yes. While being in a relationship with the friends with benefits is cool for the time being, I mean, like you have a schedule, you look forward to a schedule. Like, for example, every weekend you go to each other's place and then you're getting the uchi kuchi. Right. But then if you're not exclusive, then you are opening yourself into, having the uchi kuchi with someone else. So that also exposes you to, different kinds of diseases because you have multiple partners. So if you want that in your relationship or in your life, then I think, it's like in a buffet. No? You want to taste this food, taste another one because,
it sounds good.
It sounds good. It looks good, but I don't have to care about your feelings because, we're not in a relationship. We're just friends.
Right. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to catch a whole bunch of diseases.
No, me either.
No kind of nothing. So there really is a safety factor. There's absolutely a safety factor involved because the bottom line is you're sleeping with multiple people. So you're not just sleeping with her, you're sleeping with the dudes that she's sleeping with and vice versa. She's sleeping with the women that you're sleeping with. So the chances of contracting some kind of disease goes up exponentially.
It's super high. So you really have to discuss that, the exclusivity of the intimacy part. So if you want to be friends with benefits and then just be intimate with each other exclusively, you and her to be doing the coochie coochie, and then you can date someone else, but without doing the intimacy part. So I think you can talk about, but I think it's confusing though.
It is confusing. And we already talked about how here in the Philippines, a lot of people just don't use condoms. It's just that simple.
Yes.
It's part of the culture here. For whatever reason, you may like it or not like it, but a lot of people just do not want to use condoms. And people don't use contraceptives. So there's also the issues of pregnancy. How about this for craziness? Getting multiple people pregnant at the same time.
I know, right?
Right? That's not cool. That's not cool.
Multiple baby daddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm a baby daddy 2 times, right?
Yeah,
at
and
the same time.
like for example, for the point of view of a woman, you don't even know who the father is.
Right.
Like, because you're sleeping with so many men, and because you're having a lot of options. Like what we said in our previous videos, having too many options is like also a problem.
Yeah. And if you're a man, imagine your friend with benefits coming to you saying, I'm pregnant, and telling you it's your baby when she doesn't really know whose baby it is. Because that's the arrangement, right? She's sleeping with multiple dudes. She thinks it might be yours, but you don't know and she don't know. But somebody's got to pay for that baby.
I know, right? But you're the one who's in agreement with that person. So you're the only one she can run to because she knows you. I'm in an agreement with you, so I will let you take care of this baby.
Yeah, it's quite the conundrum. So while there's a lot of pros and cons to having a friends with benefits relationship, I think there's a lot more cons than pros. The pros can be that you get to be in a relationship with someone you're attracted to, someone you have natural chemistry with, someone that you enjoy being with, you have fun with, you have a good relationship with, and you enjoy the intimacy together with. But the cons on the other hand,
one of the cons is that eventually she'll catch or he'll catch feelings for you. So it will make your relationship more complicated because either the girl or the woman or the guy would want more from the relationship. Another thing is that you will have higher risk of getting sexually transmitted diseases and all that. And also, pregnancy, and you'll never know who's the father of the baby because you have multiple partners during the bang bang into the room.
So, if she's hitting me and a white dude, and then now it's drama until the baby comes out, right?
Drum roll. Right. And then you wait for the color of the baby.
Everybody's in the waiting room looking to find out what color is this damn baby.
Who's that father?
Yeah, who's the daddy guy?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, the bottom line is having friends with benefits for a short term is okay. If both people agree and both people are okay with it, I don't think it's a bad thing. Here in the Philippines, I can assure you, the chances of it working are not very good.
You know why?
Why?
Filipinas are jealous, overly jealous.
We didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about the jealousy.
Yeah, so let's talk about it now. Filipinos are overly jealous. Like, for example, texting here is a big thing. So, for example, you send emojis, you heart a picture of a girl, that's an issue.
Is it really?
Yes.
Hearting a picture of a woman?
Hearting a picture of a woman.
What if it's a good picture of her?
It's a good picture, you put a like. But if someone you care about, you put a heart. That's different, All
right,
so you should know.
I gotta rethink this.
Yeah. You should know when to like or when to heart.
I guess so. Let us know what you guys think. Is there a place for friends with benefits here in the Philippines? I don't think it's going to work. People are going to get their feelings hurt, and nothing good is going to come of it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be in a friends with benefits situation with anyone because, I don't want to be. I don't want to be in a friends with benefits because I want to be in a long committed relationship, and that's where I'm headed because we're not getting any younger, So I don't want to play around. So that's like for me playing around, and I don't want to play those kind of games.
Right, and she gets emotional, man. She gets really emotional. Anyway, okay, I hear you. Long-term relationship, no short-term, no friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits.
Got it. Okay. Let us know what you think. Is there a place for friends with benefits relationships? Here in the Philippines, I don't think there is.
Have you tried friends with benefits?
Let us know about your experience. I'm curious. I don't think it would work here. I think there's just way too many variables, too many intangibles that would just make it next to impossible to work out. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget we have a whole bunch of other videos for you to check out, and I'm sure you'll like these too. My name is Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng.
Until our next video, we're up out of here. Deuces.